How are you two?
Good.
Yeah?
How are you?
Good. So I've dragged on Harriet, our club captain, because she'll make it far more entertaining than I will, I'm sure. So feel free to pepper her with any questions. She'll usually answer it, right or wrong.
We just finished training, but Woody said, no, you've got to come and do this instead. So a little bit tired, but I'll try and pep up a little bit.
Life of a professional footballer. Excuses. So, who wants to start?
How has COVID played a part in your prep for the game versus Aston Villa?
Good question. Well, as you know, COVID's not been a great time for anyone, but thankfully it's not played too much of a part in terms of our run up to Villa. I say that touching wood, just making sure we get no COVID issues between now and then. But no, all in all, I think fingers crossed it won't play too much of a part, and hopefully we can get the game on.
After being Aston Villa in the first fixture, do you feel like you have an edge over them?
I think definitely now we know we have the ability that we can beat them. We got a little bit of confidence from that last game, but they'll definitely want to come back swinging. I think it's going to be really entertaining. We have our expectations and we know what we want to do and what we want to achieve within our team. So yeah, I'm going to kind of keep a little bit quiet on that. We know what we want to do and we know what we want to be able to give the fans. So
the only thing I would say on that is we didn't play very well. And when we played against them at Villa Park, we didn't play very well, and so we need to make sure that we play well this time. But we still came away with a win, so we're quite happy about that.
Yeah, we are now a very, very, very different team, and they also are now very different. So it'll be interesting, definitely be entertaining.
It'll be a tough game. They've got a new manager as well, so I think it's going to be a really tough game. But we'll enjoy it. Whatever happens, we'll enjoy it.
A question that probably I only know the answer to. What type of tea do footballers drink?
Well, what do you think then, if you're the only person that knows the answer?
Penalty.
A penalty?
I didn't really have to think about that. I was like, don't know.
I mean, Harriet gives away penalties enough, so no.
She haven't done that this season.
No, you haven't. But,
yeah.
What tea do you drink?
I actually don't drink tea, which a lot of people judge me for. I'm not a really big tea drinker, but a lot of our... What do you drink?
I drink PG Tips with milk, yeah. But Northern tea, so none of this strong, Southern tea, none of this strong Northern tea where it's all dark. Plenty of milk, nice and light, on the button.
Would you rather manage Birmingham City or Aston Villa?
Sorry? What?
Would you rather manage Birmingham City or Aston Villa?
What do you think? There's only one team round here, Adna. Only one team round here. That was the... what colour was the City when we beat them in November?
I'm not sure.
Blue.
Blue. City was definitely blue.
So we need to ensure... Look, I think I'm here at Blues. There's only one club to manage.
See you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, girls.
You look happy. Is that because you're talking to us?
Yeah.
I'm Harriet, by the way. I wasn't meant to be on this call, but Carla dragged me into it.
I figured she would liven it up. She's a little bit funnier than I am, so I figured that would bring her in. Well, she likes to think she's a little bit funnier than me anyway.
I mean, it's what I'm told, but...
My first question is, how many new players did you have this season and how many goals did they score?
Good question. Well, when I came in, Dora, we only had about 8 players fit, didn't we? So we needed quite a lot of players. So we've brought in probably 9. Maybe 9 players we brought in, maybe more. How many goals they've scored? Well, Claudia Walker's has scored 6 on her own this season out of the 12 we've scored. So I'm thinking if you dive the rest, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah. Claudia's basically like a new player this season, though. never seen her like this before. Known her for a few years, and she's the best she's ever been, for sure.
Ask Harriet how many goals she scored this season.
How many goals did you score?
None. Not a single one. I'm a defender, so I try and work on keeping the ball out of the net.
Try being the key word.
Try.
When you were a child, what did you want to be? Have you dreamt to be a football team manager?
Good question. I want to know the answer to
Good
this.
question. Well, I can't wait for you to listen to Harriet's, what she wanted to be when she grew up. I wanted to be, funnily enough, you're going to laugh now, but there's a picture of me dressed in a nurse's outfit when I was not very happy as a child, and I decided that I pretended that I wanted to leave home at about 5 years old with my nurse's little outfit. No, but then I always wanted to be a footballer, and I think I probably always knew I was going to go into management because I was... it's something that I always dreamt about. So yeah, but growing up when I was a child, I think I changed my mind every week. But definitely at one point, my mum has definitely got a picture of me in a nurse's outfit.
What did I want to be? I wanted to be, when I was younger, I actually think there was a period of time when I wanted to be a lawyer. There's not much behind that, and I quickly changed my mind on that, so don't worry about it. What do you want to be?
I want to be a teacher.
Good.
Like a teacher in school.
Nice. That's a good.
That's a good answer. I like that.
2 of my sisters are teachers, and they love their jobs. So good idea.
You had some new players. Will they be playing in Wednesday's game? And what tips have you given them?
Good question.
What's the team going to be?
What's the team going to be? They don't know the team yet, but I would like to think they will be in contention to play, providing they train well. What tips have... Look, they're youngsters, so one thing I like to say to youngsters is go and play with freedom, go and be fearless and go and express yourself. I think it's important at their age to try and take away any sort of pressure, and that's exactly what... The older ones, she's old. The older ones don't get that luxury, but the younger ones, we allow them to go and play with freedom.
Do you have a team victory dance for when you score a goal?
Within the team, we've kind of spoken about a few little jokey things, but at the moment with COVID, you're not really allowed to celebrate too much with all your teammates. But the last time we played Villa, there was Claudia scored, and everybody was so happy that everybody bundled on top of each other, which was actually very funny at the time, and it's a great memory. But I think we're not allowed to do that anymore. But instead, so we must come up with a victory dance or something. Have you got an idea, everyone?
Not yet.
Here's an idea, Layla. They've got to get up the pitch to score a goal first before they celebrate, because they've not scored since they played against Villa, so that's why they've not celebrated since Villa.
We haven't had a few games since Villa. We haven't had that many games.
You can come up with a dance for them and send it in. If
Yeah,
you
we'll
just
do it.
picture yourself doing it, Harriet will...
Hopefully Claudia will score again, and then I'll let her know, and then she can do the dance.
Good stuff. Enjoy your day, girls.
Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye. Bye.
Very cute.
How are you, girls?
Good.
Yeah? What are you doing with your day? Is your parents doing homeschooling, or are you sitting back with your feet up and a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Love it.
You got your football kit on? Very nice.
Ross Juniors FC.
Are you going to ask your ladies to be tougher than ever for the derby game?
Absolutely. I think, listen, a derby, you should need no motivation. You know, there's bragging rights in the city, so I think that if you can't motivate yourself to be up for a derby, then there's something wrong. So look, these lot look forward to it. I think the last derby, both teams looked a bit shaky. So I'd like to think this time round, both sides will give it a little bit more.
I think everybody in the team, from a player perspective, it's kind of the game that we all look forward to in the season. I think it's the game that, there's a lot to play for. It's such a close journey, so we don't have to go very far. Yeah, and the bragging rights afterwards are definitely worth it. So there's going to be a fight, and I think everyone's up for it.
If I win a derby game,
takeaway or a McDonald's? If your team win, what will you get your team?
Firstly, can I invite your mum and dad to come to our games because they can buy me McDonald's after the game. Well, if they win the derby game, the last derby game they won, they actually got a coffee machine in their changing rooms.
We
They
did.
did. Yeah. Good boss over here. If they win this time round, I can't tell them yet, but we have got something lined up that they can have. But I think you wouldn't mind the pizza, would you? They like pizza.
Yeah, pizza's a really good thing to have after the game. Like it's just such a good meal to have after you've been running around for a while.
But Mercedes, tell your mum she can come and bring us McDonald's, and we'll all be happy.
What difference will it make not having our fans present for a home derby game?
I cannot explain how important our fans are, and especially for the derby, it would be massive for us. Like, you know, they say the extra player on the pitch, and that's really what it is. When you've got your fans there, that is the best thing about being in a derby game. And for us, we're going to miss them massively, especially being at home. But I think we just play because we know that the fans get to watch it, and we play and that we know if we win, the fans are winning for us too. And hopefully they'll be back soon, so when we play them in the next derby, they'll be there.
And this one's definitely for the fans, nobody else but the fans. So yeah, I'm sure they'll be watching online. That's for sure.
Do you sometimes have to tell players off? And if they make a mistake, and if you do, who tells you off if you make a mistake?
Good question. I tell myself off actually. So do I tell the players off? Yes.
Who do you tell off the most?
Who do I tell off the most? Probably you.
That's not me.
Because what Harriet does is, if you're refereeing a game and she doesn't like what you say, she usually has a bit of spits the dummy out. So
I completely disagree with that.
It's very true, Dora. Isla, it's very true. No, I think I do tell them off, but that's only because we have standards. I'm the first person to get annoyed with myself, but I'd like to think our performance coach Holly will also tell me off when I step out of line as well. She loves to tell me off most days, so it's quite amusing. But yeah, we standards require sometimes bringing people back in line.
I don't think most of us approve. I think nearly all of us are pretty good most of the time. So it's only ever in a jokey way telling someone off. We're generally quite well behaved most of the time. Most of the time.
Who's going to win? Who's going to win, Mercedes?
You.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
Okay, Isla, we'll pretend that we'll cut it and we'll go again. Isla, who's going to win? Are you going to speak to Villa in a minute? No. Alright, well thanks girls. Have a good day. Hopefully you'll be watching, and hopefully we'll have you back in the ground soon.